Hey, what's going on, folks? I wanted to give you just a brief overview of the upcoming schedule for CASP and CAST. And just to let everybody know, the debut of SBAC and the CAST. That's going to be coming out on SoundCloud here in a few days, so get ready for that so we can get kids pumped up, ready to go. Yeah. All right, so what you see right here is a screenshot of the file that I sent you in this email, and so it has a number of different tabs down here, and I just want to go through each of them right now to make sure that we're in clarity right here. And if you have any other questions, please feel free to just shoot me an email or come see me. So what we have right here are all of our dates starting from when we come back from spring break. Okay, so here are the dates where the science 8th grade teachers are going to be giving the practice test for the CAST. Okay, and I've just kind of set these aside here. It doesn't mean that it's going to take all of these days, but within these dates here, you may want to do 1, maybe 2 days right there. Okay, and then coming down, same thing for all of our language arts teachers here. You have a week to do a practice test right there, or 2. Same thing for mathematics. And then we're going to do the training with all of the staff on the 4th, and that's one of our Wednesdays when we have a minimum day where we can be in the library and do our training there. Okay, and then when does the actual test begin? Well, then the science test, the CAST, will begin on the 16th, 17th, and 18th. And then right after that, we'll have 2 days of a makeup. And then following the next week, the language arts for both 7th and 8th grade will be done that entire week, plus also 1 more day. So it's actually 23, 24, 25, 26, 27. And then you also have Monday. So what I've done is I've built in 1 extra day, because last year we had so many makeups that we probably just need maybe a little bit more time. So you now have 6 days to get it done, and then the following week then we have makeups. So it's almost like an entire week and 1 more day of doing the test, and then we have a week of makeups. All right, and then following that is the math test on 5/7 through 5/14, and then makeups for that following week right there. Okay, so that's basically how the general schedule is going to go. And so as you can see here, the CAST starts. And so if you go to the Science 8 right here, that's the CAST. It tells you what teacher and what periods and what CAL that they're using. So here, like, Clark would be using D2 CAL. And then so she'll have that for that week, and then same thing going on here. So just look for your name and you'll know where you're going to be. So these ones we're all using CALs, and so we're going to be utilizing the CALs that we have here on campus. And the reason why that we do that is we were able to push everything back out so that we can give students as much learning possibility so that they can do well on this assessment. And that's really what our goal was, is to take it as late as possible so that you can do what you do best, and that is to prepare our students for the test. Okay, so that's the CAST goes first there. Okay, so they're all using CALs. The next is the 7th and 8th grade ELA. Okay, so again, it tells you what CAL, who the teacher is, and what days here. So right, this is where they get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then scroll over 6. So there's 6 days. And then on these last columns here, it just tells you how many minutes and hours for the CAT part of the SBAC, and then like how many hours or minutes for the performance task. I want you to notice right here that you'll see for the first 3 days, it says CAT, right? It's grade 7, subject ELA, and then the test is the CAT. And then the 4th, 5th, and 6th day right here, it says PT, performance task. Now, it's recommended by the testing company that we start with the CAT first and then do performance task. But if it only takes your class 2 days to do the CAT and then do performance task, or 4 days to do the CAT, that's fine. But just start with the CAT first, and then you're going to go on to the performance task. Okay, so all 7th and 8th grade language arts are all listed here. And again, it tells you what CAL that you'll be using. And then we also have folks using some of our labs as well, and we have our D4 lab, our lab 34, okay, and then we also have our school CAL, which is the one that's in the library, okay. And then after language arts, again, is makeup, and then we'll do science. Math. So here's math 7 and math 8. Again, find your name. And so basically, if you're borrowing someone's cow, you're going to need to coordinate with them on getting that. And I'm going to be having a checklist of things that you should check when you get the cow. How do we ensure that students are treating these things with respect and so forth? So one other thing here that I want to share though is, let's see here. Okay, so these are all of our makeup days. And so for every time that we take the CAS, we have the makeup. Here's the ELA makeup and then the math makeup. But if you go back to where the dates are, so if you're wondering, okay, so the Science 8 teachers are going to do the practice test. Well, where are they doing this? So we're using the same cows as you would as if you were doing the real test on the real day. So here, if you look at the Science 8 teachers, they're going to be using the cows on 416 through 418. So go to the science right here. Okay, so Mr. Murphy, that means he's using the cow from room 22. That means on the practice test, he will use cow 22 as well. Okay, and so I want to make sure that all of those who have a cow in your room for the whole year, you need to kind of make a plan for that there. That basically starting when we come back from spring break, the cow is going to be used in multiple places. It will be used in your room, but then also it was going to go in between science, possibly language arts, and then math. Okay, so just kind of be aware of that as you're planning for the rest of this semester. Okay, so that's pretty much it right there. Please feel free to give us a ring, and I just super appreciate all the hard work that you guys have been doing since the beginning of the year to preparing our kids to do the best that they can on the CAS. And I'm just glad that we have these tools here so that we can push this thing far back to give our kids the best chance that they can on this test. Thanks, guys.